they do come to St. Martin or the region, because from there they hop over to different islands. So we will be mostly featuring St. Martin, but however, we will welcome visitors to passing through that's going to Anguilla or St. Bart's. Within our little region, we will promote that as well.
Okay, lovely. Mr.
If I may
Gustav, you have
add,
something you want to add?
Yeah, I think most destinations in the region depend on tourism as well, and as such, they too do their own thing about bringing awareness to the public using the very same theme that we use, which is set forth by the World Tourism Organization, and it's the relationship between tourism and community development. I think when we look at community development, we not only look at infrastructural development, but we also look at developing our people, the minds of our people, our youngsters, because today's children, today's youth are tomorrow's future. We have several things that we do regarding the youth, and we go into the schools, we talk about tourism, because we as tourism practitioners, we don't have all the questions. We don't have all the answers. Let's put it that way. When you talk to some of the youth today, and the things that they tell you and things that they come up with and the ideas and the strategies, we can ill afford to let all that good information go to waste. So we tap into that resource, and we do essay competitions. We have different individuals going in to talk to them, pick their brain, get them involved, and so that tomorrow when we have taken a back seat, we can have those youngsters come in and take tourism to the next level. Because one of the things that we have to realize is that we want tourism to be sustainable. Sustainable meaning that we want it to be for generations to come. If we don't have the youngsters to take over when we take a back seat, guess what? When we're gone, tourism is dead. So we need that continuity. We need the youngsters. We need to interest younger folks to get into the tourism industry. There's so many careers within tourism. It's unbelievable. But you just have to take the time out and do the research. But there's so many wonderful careers in tourism that we encourage you to explore and become part of the industry, because St. Martin needs you. And going forward, we want to have this industry for generations to come. We have made a conscious choice to have tourism as the backbone of our industry, of our economy. And as such, we need to make sure that it's sustainable going forward. We need to look at training. When we look at the NIPA Institute, which is a new school that has just been developed, and you will see some of the shots that we took there with the youngsters who are excited about going to school and learning different activities, cooking, and different things like that. So we want to highlight some of those things, and Marla has been around. She can add to that.
Well, I think in terms of the NIPA project, we have quite a few different classes that they are offering there. We focus mainly on the culinary aspect of it, because St. Martin is the gastronomic capital of the Caribbean. I mean,
agreed upon.
Yeah, over 350 restaurants with a wide variety of just about any cuisine that you would like to have. What we found when we went there was a good bit of, I think, 30 students that was actually contributing, and they were in there working. But what was even more amazing to us from the industry was Ms. DeWeaver, who was actually working at the Sinesta, gave up that job to come and contribute back into the community. And that speaks volumes, because she could have stayed in the industry and do her stuff, but she found it necessary as a local St. Martin to come back and give back into the community. And not only that, we have quite a few of the various restaurateurs on the island who are visiting the school and have actually made it a point of contributing some time back or having the students do internship. I know Temptations will be having some of those students cook at the upcoming FCCA conference. So they're getting that great experience of showcasing their talent. I mean, it's doing wonders for these kids. And it's not only that, but it's helping them to build a career choice. It's helping them to see the importance of what I do. They're contributing back into the economy. So that was just one of the projects, but there's so many that we can talk about. One of the other shots that we took was with the police officers, the community police officers. They have now established in quite a number of districts the community projects substations. We visited the one in Cold Bay and we met with the officers, and they were very helpful in giving us information, as well as coming up in a Hudson and posing for us. So that would be one of the pictures you'll be seeing. And these are, again, careers. It's not only in law, but it's also contributing back to your economy. It's making the environment safe for all. So there's different opportunities, there's different careers, there's different ways to contribute back and develop our community. So a lot of them will be showcased in the ad that we'll be placing in the papers. But you will also be able to visit our St. Martin Facebook vacation, St. Martin Tourist Office Facebook page. We do have 2 Facebook pages, but the local one that we're pushing is St. Martin Tourist Office Facebook. And on there you'll see quite a number of the images that we took, just to kind of help give an idea of what the contributions that can be made and has been made back into the community of St. Martin based on tourism.
Interesting. So what's happening here is an explosion of local talent being integrated into the tourism branding and so forth.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, because we all have, like I said, we all have a role to play in developing tourism, and it starts with the person on the street, and we oftentimes look at the higher ups, the person, the hotel managers. But when you look at the little guy, the cleaner, the one that makes the beds, the gardener, all of them have a key role to play. And we have to recognize them. We have to let them know that their services are invaluable to the development of tourism in St. Martin. All of us, it's like a puzzle. We put our parts together, and it showcases what St. Martin is made up of. Okay? So yes, it's showcasing the different community projects that government is, because it doesn't have to be that the tourism office is directly involved. We are part of government, and government does certain things for the community, whether it's road infrastructure, whether it's building schools, whether it's building sports. We look at the Rahul Village, which has been recently upgraded for our youth. We look at the Little League. If you look at that, an awesome project when it's finally said and done with. Again, government funding, part of it, to ensure that we have places for our youth to explore and do the things that would make them a well-rounded person in society, that they can contribute positively. So government has a role to play, but we can't sit back and say that government has to do it all. We as a society has to step up to the plate as well and make our input felt as well. And I think a lot of us are doing that. So we want to showcase the persons that are doing it. We mentioned the Weaver. She's just one of the persons who has taken it upon herself to give back to the community in a big way, taking some of the youth under her wing and guiding them into becoming tomorrow's big chefs. So that's plausible in and of itself. So we have a role to play in the further development of tourism, and it is everybody's business. We look at the various Rotary, who has recently come on board, tourism awareness. It is everybody's business, and we all have to come together and realize that more and more. Marla mentioned the police, making St. Martin safe for all, because one crime, one mistake can wipe us off the map. One mistake. And I often think of the incident we had on the boardwalk where a Canadian youngster was shot. And because of the outpouring, the response that tourist office gave and everybody else gave, there was not one single mention in the newspaper. So we have to continuously reach out and show that the tourists that we care. I mean, years ago, tourists would come, they would buy stuff, return to the island, realize it's not what they purchased. They were deceived. Today, we have reduced many of those complaints because we have an office that follows up with complaints, make sure, and I've always said to the Indian merchants and everybody else out there, there's no one single person, no one single business that is bigger than the image of St. Martin. So if you feel that you can do St. Martin wrong by selling wrong merchandise, fake merchandise, we will have to deal with you. We give you a license, we can take it back. So we want you to do the right thing. Yeah, all of us have a role to play. Do the right thing. Make St. Martin the best destination in the Caribbean. That's what we need you to do. And we want to reach out to all the youth, everybody out there who may be committing crimes against tourists, let's stop that. Let's put that aside. Let's look at St. Martin and make St. Martin the destination of choice. Yeah? Stop the negative. Let's not have any negative publicity out there about this destination. We want it to be the destination of choice. Like I said, people have a choice as to where they want to go. They choose to come to us. We need to take good care of them.
Of course.
It's tourism, it's our business. And you hear people say, well, when I go to New York, nobody takes. No, New York doesn't depend on us. We depend on those people. We depend. It's the only thing we have. So let's not misconstrue what New York has and what they do for. No. We need the tourists. We don't have to sell our souls for the tourists, but we have to do the right thing. If you invite them here, treat them well. Give them respect, give them good service, smile. We've provided training for immigration officers, taxi drivers. Why? Because we feel that it's important the minute the tourist comes off that plane, you don't have to have your mouth a sour face. Give them a smile. Yeah? Welcome them, because we want them to come back. And these are little things we need to teach everybody in the restaurant business, wherever you are, as long as you come in touch. And I say with our valuable guests, because they mean a lot to us. We spend a lot of money marketing the destination. Come to St. Martin, we have this, we have that. Let's ensure that when they get here, everything that we say we have, that it's there. Provide the service, provide the smiles, give directions. I drive sometimes and you have a tourist that might be disoriented, and you would have people honking, and they don't know the island too well. Have a little patience. Have a little patience with them. Okay? Show them the direction. If they're lost, give them good directions. So it's a lot we have to do, and everybody can help in that regard. And that's what we're here to ask. For all of us to come together, reflect on World Tourism Day. Where do we want to take St. Martin in the next few years? We want to take it to the next level.
What's important is that the building blocks, the foundations were laid, and the building blocks are going up. And you said there's lots of checks and balances that you're using in order to keep a tab on the service that the tourists get when they come here. So you started also with those when they buy something and they go back home, it's not there in the way that they supposed to have it. What about for the taxi drivers and also for those? I see the tourists are also taking buses right now. They're taking maybe because of the economy, they probably decide, well, let's take a bus instead of taking the taxis. What's also, that's one of my questions. What's also good, and I must applaud it, is Ms. Weaver. She has taken up a great role. Do you all also keep your fingers on that pulse where you're checking in on where they're getting their training from, those that are going into the field of serving and giving the tourists the first-hand service that they're supposed to be getting, and probably having schools that would be there for that?
Well, we have an indirect relationship with many of the educational institutes that provides training for the students. We don't have a direct say. Many of them we have, like I said, indirect relationship. We would focus them, we would talk to them when they come to us for questions. We would answer, we would give guidance wherever needed. But we have been working on a island-wide training program that would seek to get everybody trained in a particular way according to standards, international standards, when it comes to service excellence. Because we've seen tourism has developed at a relatively fast pace in St. Martin, and the service lagged behind. Even our infrastructure lagged behind terribly. It's only in recent times now that we've been putting roads in place and better roadways and traffic. We still have traffic congestion. We're not there yet. But the service aspect is still terribly lacking, and we need to address that. If we want to compete with other destinations, and that's one way, that's one aspect that we can control, is the service, how we provide service to our guests. We need to step it up. We need to make sure it happens sooner rather than later. There's been many of plans for a tourism school. One would think that St. Martin, there are many destinations who came after, and I'm not knocking anybody, but there are many destinations who have recently joined the tourism bandwagon, if you will, and they saw it fit to put an educational institute in place before anything else. We need to get a school in place as well. There are lots who are doing things like the NIPA, again, doing things, but a lot is being done in chunks, this one doing that, that one doing that. We need a concentrated effort where we focus on tourism-related activities so that we can provide the best possible product that the Caribbean has. So there are things that we still have to do. We're not there yet.
Are you all negotiating that particular aspect?
Well,
Not yet.
the training is in the pipeline.
Uh-huh.
It's a combination of private sector, public sector driven, because, as I said, government can't do it alone.
No, absolutely.
Government cannot do it alone. We need private sector to buy into it. We need them to see the need of having their people trained. Because if you don't see the need, then what? If you're making money anyway, you could care less. But we need them to see the need to buy into that training, service excellence training program, so that they would have all of their people trained according to certain standards that is internationally recognized. Okay.
Is it true? Maybe your knowledge can tell us, maybe yes or no. The Dutch Quarter Hotel was supposed to be the designated area for this St. Martin Training Institute when it comes to service.
I'm not even sure of the Dutch Quarter Hotel. Which Dutch Quarter Hotel?
Okay, well, it's coming down the hill from Dutch Quarter. When you go through Sucker Garden, it's beautifully designed right now. It's beautifully designed coming down from after you pass Bubba York going up the hill.
Oh, that's Sucker Garden. That's right on the left.
Exactly.
No, that's Villa.
It's on your left going up, on your right coming down.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's the no.
Okay.
As to my knowledge, no.
No,
I think
no.
what was in the making, what the plan was, because we have several. There was not really a building designated for that. We were mainly interested in a program.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and we have several facilities. We have the Sundial School, we have the university that we could use, so we didn't have to invest in a building. All we needed to invest in was the program and the people who would teach the courses. That's all.
Temptation.
Yes,
Temptation, is it the young lady that also was working at the Sundial School?
Temptation. I don't know. The
The,
restaurant, Temptation.
Oh, is it
Ownership?
yeah, they in the Sun. Have you ever been to the Sundial School culinary?
Yes, we've
place?
eaten.
Yes, exactly. Fantastic.
Right. The food is good.
Great.
We've eaten there several times. What's the restaurant called?
We've even eaten at Nipa.
At
They did a
Nipa.
whole
Okay.
little presentation for us, and
Food was
the food was
excellent.
excellent.
Yeah.
And they are opening a restaurant, hopefully within short.
Oh yes.
Yes.
That sounds fantastic.
Exactly. Yes, that's a development that's worth mentioning. Positive.
Okay, because
Yeah.
since you mention it, I'm very interested in knowing exactly how many other locals are throwing their expertise in it.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of captains and
Yeah.
past Metroids and present Metroids
Exactly.
who can actually step into
Exactly.
the shoes and
The
probably
arena.
wear them.
Yeah, and I think this is what this is all about, to bring that awareness out and to reach out to those out there who have the expertise
Uh-huh.
that can lend those services, and sometimes if there's funds available to be paid, that's fine, but you have the expertise and we want to build a strong economy, and you can offer. We take some of the professionals into the schools to talk to students and on the various career paths that they can take during the career activities. So yes, you're absolutely right. There are a lot of past Metro-Ds and with those skills that can lend to further develop those students and making them productive citizens of St. Martin.
You are not quite happy, I presume, with the present trend of service.
No,
But
no.
but do you think that some of those people that was just dropped into their positions can be retrained, or
I believe so.
it
I
will
believe
take
so.
a whole new wave that is being trained and then send them to do the work?
No, I think where there's a will, there's a way. I think if people realize, you see, one of the things that a lot of us, even those that are working in the industry, we don't see the bigger picture. We just work from day to day. We collect a salary, and that's it. But if we're never taught or told that, folks, the reason why you're having a salary today is because of those people coming to eat. If they don't sit at the table and eat, you don't have a salary. So sometimes you have to break it down for them, and I think that's what we need to do. We have to break it down. The awareness, we need to make it something that the people, even the person making the bed, can understand. If you do a good job, if a service provider, a waitress, for example, understands that I get a basic salary, give and take $100 a week. But if I provide excellent service, those people will be inclined to tip. I could take home $200, $300 a week. So the service you provide, the type of service you provide, it's a direct relationship on the amount of money you take home. And that's what you have to do sometimes. Break it down to the penny and show them how it translates back to their pocket. Yeah? That's what we have to do. But if they don't see the bigger picture, they just accept, I'm coming to work every day, 7 to 3, whatever it is, and I go clock. But if I go the extra mile, if I give a little extra, it means that me and my family can benefit more. And that's what we have. Sometimes we have to go the extra mile. Sometimes we have to go out of our comfort zone.
Yes.
Yeah? And that's what it takes.
I know Destiny wants to get in here, but I just want to ask another question.
Go right ahead.
I have two, but I'll ask one.
Okay.
What about the harassment of tourists while they're on the beach?
Still an ongoing situation. There are plans with
You don't have
control.
to tell us exactly, but
No, there are plans.
what
I'm not
you-
going to go on. There are plans in place to curb that because it's been ongoing for years. And I've always said that if there's a service that the tourists want, whether it be hair braiding, whether it be timeshare, we can provide it in a nicer environment. We can have people, if there's a service that they want, which means they will pay for it. We can provide it, but in a more professional manner. So take all the people off the street, though we cannot or may not be able to accommodate all of them, give them a license to operate, put them in an area where we can control what they do. At the end of the month, government can collect revenues, and at the end of the day, we are making our product a better product. Not the constant harassment, because that turns people away, it turns people off. We just had a gentleman came in our office yesterday. He has a service that he wants to provide. He has a service that he wants to provide, and he talks about going on the street and giving out flyers and doing different things. And we discouraged that. We said, there are people who are doing it. It's illegal. We don't encourage you to do it. If you want to have a upstanding business, a business that people respect, and we can promote, because we're not going to promote your business if you are doing the wrong things out there. If you are jeopardizing the industry, we, tourism, will not promote you. So if you do the right thing, we'll work with you. And that was my message to him. Do the right thing. Make sure you give good service, and we will promote your business. Okay? Because at the end of the day, if it is a service that the people want, they will find you, and they will come to you. Okay? You will have ways of marketing to them, and we can contribute to that effort, but you have to do it in a decent way that would not jeopardize the entire industry. You have to do it in a responsible way. And the message to taxi drivers and everybody who are there, who are harassing visitors, we ask, let's come and sit down and have a discussion how we can provide and present ourselves in a more professional fashion.
Yeah, because the just to tap it off and then Destiny can take it up, is those vendors that are also vending on the side of the street, like on back street, selling vegetables, fruits, and different things like that. Are that part of your plan also?
It's not, but
deal with?
that's controlled by, that's a different department. But all those are legal. They have a legal right to be there on back street and everywhere. What you call them, vending street vendors. They have the legal right to be there. Yeah, they're there. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Thank you very much, Mr. Gustav. And also
Should
back
change my
to
name.
Marla. Sorry, Mr. Priest. Marla. So on the 27th of September, is there anything big highlights we could look forward to on the 27th of September, or all the giveaways that you have leading up to this date? I'm asking you because I take it you're in the PR. Today, this morning, you serve as a public relations
I guess so,
officer,
yes. Again, we have quite a number of giveaways that will be part of the quiz. Each radio station will receive a couple of questions related to tourism and the industry, and with the team Tourism Community Development. And in those giveaways, we'll have a variety of restaurant meals. We'll have gift bags. We have collected some, I believe, 1 or 2 spa treatments. So it'll be quite a number of
Nice.
different, very interesting prizes that you can give away.
To add to that, we also have a photo contest that Marla can talk more about too.
Yeah, that's right. I heard about this photo contest.
Yes.
The Facebook page, we have the photo contest, which is the St. Martin Tourist Office Facebook page. And on there, we're asking persons to submit at least 3 pictures that they feel or can see how it relates back to tourism and the community, the development of that. So we've been receiving quite a number of images, really nice ones. And you're getting an idea of how people will link the contribution of tourism back into their the community. So we're asking and encouraging persons to do that. We do have 3 prizes for that as well, a first, second, and third. And on that, we basically have about 800 likes thus far, and we've had quite a number of images submitted. They're coming in constantly, so it's hard to keep up with the numbers. But we're encouraging everybody to do that. On the 26th midday, we're gonna cut that, because you do have to get a certain amount of likes in there in order to qualify. Persons are encouraged to like the pictures they see, and on the page basically, and then that we will the amount of likes one image or the images received, that would be the telling picture, the winning picture. So basically, if Charity submits quite a number of images and 10 of her images or one of them gets 10 likes, that'll be the winning example. That would be the winning pictures, and then we'll have a second and third prize.
Good way for promos.
Yes.
Wonderful. Can you please also inform our television viewers as well as the Facebook, those folks who follow Facebook, let them know what's the webpage again, because you said it's up until the 26th is the deadline.
Yes, so the 26th of September would about 12 o'clock would be the cutoff time for you to submit your images. However, we do encourage you to continue liking our Facebook page. The objective of the Facebook page is to bring about awareness about tourism, the product, what we have to offer. For instance, this summer we've been requesting specials that's offered for the residents of St. Martin. We put those up there. We do list the cruise ship listing schedule that's coming in. So things that's related to tourism, things that really benefits the persons, the residents of St. Martin, it goes on that Facebook page. So we're encouraging everybody to like it, share your pictures with us, share your thoughts with us about the tourism and how we can help to make St. Martin one of the best destinations in the Caribbean. And we are already unique, so it shouldn't be too difficult.
Right. On the 27th of September, World Tourism Day at the Princess Juliana International Airport, will the general public get a chance to go to the airport and be engaged in any activity? Will there be musical entertainment?
Yes, we do have. Sorry, we do have annually musical entertainment on both ports of entries. We have a guava berry tasting as well. So those coming in, visitors that's coming on the airline, they would receive that because it's in the back by the immigration department. And then we're also having banners placed on several key districts, the radio station quizzes and updates, and we'll be continuing radio interviews throughout this week to further bring about the awareness, stimulate what we're doing in St. Martin for World Tourism Day.
Interesting. And just before we kind of wrap it up, the Minister of Tourism, I think, has managed to introduce the board for tourism now, the control board or something like
Well,
that.
the SDA, which is the St. Martin Tourism Authority,
Yes.
the articles of incorporation has been finalized, as we've been told and seen, which is something great. Indeed, we are part of government, have been for the last how many years?
10 years.
Right. And I think with that happening, with that said, I think it's a positive development because now we would be more flexible in taking advantage of opportunities as they arise without the red tape, without the bureaucracy. Tourism is a dynamic industry. A lot of things are changing. Things are happening as you snap your finger. And if we want to take advantage of some of these opportunities, we have to be quick on our feet. So the financial processing and everything else will be a speedier thing, and we can attract the brightest and the best. We can raise monies outside of government to increase our marketing budget that we've been crying about for so many years. So there are a lot of opportunities with the establishment of the Tourism Authority, positive ones. It's just to make sure that it's proceeded and it goes through.
Thank you. We're going to kind of wrap it up now. So we're going to go over to Destiny so we can make a quick exit. Yes.
Yes, so once again, thank you very much to both our guests from the St. Martin Tourism Bureau. I wish you, a fruitful remaining balance of your week leading up to the 27th of September, which is Saturday. Yes, and also to our radio listeners and television viewers, you have just tuned in to the morning show. It airs Monday straight to Thursday for now on WTN Cable as well as the Cable Carib TV. All right, I'm Destiny. I'm signing out along with Mr. Mama's Pearl. Sir, anything in closing?
Well, I can say is thank you so much both for being here, and we look forward in having a dynamite tourism day.
Thank you
And
for having
a week.
us. Tourism
Matter of
Week.
fact,
Yes, forever.
okay.
Tourism, year of tourism
Correct.
celebration. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you both.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye bye. No move. Yeah. Okay.
98.1 Pearl FM.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Always sharing.
Okay. Great.
Have a wonderful day further.
Yeah, man. Thanks
Pearl?
a lot for coming.
Always a pleasure.
Okay, great.
Thank you much.
I didn't want to ask you none of them big words the last time.
I know how that gets, right?
Yeah.
It really didn't make sense right now
Huh?
because it might all change by time October.
It's true. It's true.
Thank you.
But then I guess
Yeah,
we're gonna have a good
Exactly.
crew.
Yeah. We're looking forward to it. It's never easy, the changes, but